Simpson, and welcome to Ask Christy. I have a few tips today about making your children's choir the best it can be.
See, rehearsing drama intentionally. So many people don't do this in the church, and you just set yourself up for a lot of stress if you don't practice. So a lot of people try to throw drama together at the end. I've watched rehearsals where they set the drama kids in another room and they practice, but they're sitting on the ground week after week after week. Kids can learn like this. In fact, these poor kids that just did my show, they had 3 weeks to learn a whole show of drama. So how many lines did you have?
56.
56. They had 3 weeks. Now, that is not ideal, but through some weird things with when my musical released, and I mean, it had to happen that way. I would not recommend it. But they all did it. They can do it. Kids, brains, they can totally. 3 weeks, easily.
Rehearsals are how long?
An hour. But we literally had for drama. I mean, I would have separate drama rehearsals. So do separate drama rehearsals with your big. Don't waste the time of the whole choir working with drama people while they're just sitting there doing nothing. You know, value people's time. So have a drama rehearsal separately. But we literally, I think we had 2 drama rehearsals. And we did one, I kind of blocked and told them where to go and said, sorry, memorize everything. And they could do it easily. But we have way too low of expectations on these kids. Way too low. They can do anything. These kids didn't even, no problem. So you have to actually teach accountability and memorization. So you need to follow through. If you say that they need to be memorized, they have to be memorized. So the way you do this is, if they're supposed to be memorized for the first 8 pages, they say, oh, well, I mostly know it, but I just need to bring up my script. No, you don't need to bring up your script. But tell them that beforehand. So they know. So it's not some cruel surprise. By the way, we're memorized next week, and you're not going to be able to bring your script up on the stage. So they know. And they'll memorize for you. Now, what you have to do is the one time somebody does not know it, you have to follow through. So you say, if you don't know your line, just say line, and I will remind you the first few words. Now, if they've worked on it, and you remind them with the first few words, then they will remember the rest of the sentence. If they don't, they'll say line, you'll say the people, say the people, and you just wait. Line, went to, line, and it's very awkward, but you only have to do that once. And again, you're not mad. You told them ahead of time. You're not punishing them. And afterwards, you give them lots of compliments. You're going to get that next time, right? You're going to do great. No problem.
And when you can't say line, they learn to go through
they
someone
learn
else
to
cover
ad-lib.
up.
So that's just drama things. Just have higher expectations. They can do it. But it only takes 1 day of doing that, and it's awkward. It's so awkward because you want to help them. But if you help them, they're never going to learn it. And they won't have respect for your program, and then you're going to be freaking out 2 days before the show because nobody knows their lines, and nobody needs that. I aim to be ready 4 days before the show, so by the time the show comes around, you're enjoying it. You're worshiping. In fact, when I was not doing choreography this time, man, I was just worshiping, having a great time, watching what the Lord did with these kids.